old on the old YouTube over there. I also need to just split the window over here. How is everyone? How is everyone? It's pretty much Saturday for almost all of you, I believe. Where's the chat gone? In my OBS? What is going on, yo? What is going on? What was that in Solo Craft, eh? What was that? Oh, it was me. It was bloody me. Here we are, getting there eventually. People are typing. Although it's not appeared over here all of a sudden, that's weird. Hang on. What's this? Yeah. Discord. Looks like it's changed the window. Let's have a look. There it is. Look at that. New theme shows your stream like half size. Oh, what do you mean? What the? Ugh. Why is it doing that? Oh, is that like the super compact one? Clicking on it does nothing. Okay. Oops. I just covered y'all. Clicking on it does nothing. Oh. Ugh. How do I fix that? Oh my god, the microphone is way out of whack. Holy man. That should be like there. Holy moly. That looked like it was loud. Whew. I don't think you can. Oh no. Yeah, it did for me as well, but it was a choice though. You could pick it. What if you go to appearance, and then there's the default themes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's compact, default, and spacious, right? What if you go to spacious? And then there's scaling, zoom level. Oh, I like 24-hour. I can see in here fine on YouTube. I think because YouTube's just getting the whole stream, right? You're just getting like the whole frame. Hey Lord, good evening or morning for me. Discord has ruined this. Yeah, it's just Discord. What else can we do really? We could try going into a this is a stage, right? And I think it's because it's designed to be a webcam. You're meant to just be able to like see me. Yeah, okay. Should we try in a normal chat window? So you can't like click on me at all and like go. Oh, you fixed it. Oh, okay. How'd you do it? What'd you do? Did you just do a pop out into a bigger window or something, or? Oh, I wonder if you were zoomed out. And then when you got the new compact thing, it then went back in again. Look at that. There I am. Bending down to get something. There I am. Well, I'm glad we got that. I have to chat on I have chat on Discord. Okay, yeah. Well, it looks like it got fixed. Awesome. Well, I'm sorry you had that problem there, Dragon. I apologize, friend. I apologize. Yeah, admittedly there isn't very little I can do about that. Alright. The maze. I am building something. It should allow you to see it. There we go. I'm building something. But you should still pay for it. How? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? How do I pay for it? Hey? What have we got to do? What have we got to do, sunshine? What's going on over here? There's my MikroTik code. Alright. Let's pull this up over here. Can never remember. No, that's the that's the zoom in, the operating system. It's just nice. Okay. Jeez, gotta remember that shortcut now. I'm trying to work out how to zoom the bloody. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So there we are. Yeah, brilliant. But how come the shortcut to zoom this bloody thing in doesn't work anymore? View, appearance, go to appearance, thank you. Zoom current IDE, yeah. 150, yeah, that'll do. Let's go here instead. Where do you find a cow with no legs? At the butcher market. Wherever you left it. What the hell? I don't get it. I'm stupid. Wherever you left it. What? What? What's got 2 legs and bleeds? What's got 2 legs and bleeds? Half a dog. Okay. Right, this is Terraform code for for setting up my Proxmox system. So what I've been doing is helping a local school with some educational stuff, and this is just my general essentially my general Proxmox server, which is under the desk down there. It's actually, well, there's actually 3 systems down there. My PC, my Proxmox system, and then a TrueNAS box. But this is the Proxmox system. Bob is the one we created last week, which has Wonderer running on it. And then we've got my media server, we've got the WoW private server, and then we've got the maze. Since you left the UK, have you lost all of your sarcasm? No, sarcasm doesn't really work in text very well, I don't think. I don't think it transfers very well. Wherever you left it. Alright. And what I'm gonna do for these little kitty winks is essentially make a platform where they can learn very basic Linux. So they're going to SSH into this system. It's not going to be called Debian template. It has actually been renamed. And then they are going to navigate it. And they're going to go from things like, did anyone ever play Smash the Stack, where you had like level 1, level 2, level 3, like that kind of thing? It's going to be like that, effectively. And the idea being is, let me just get the root password, so I always keep it relatively. The idea being is that they progressively work their way through various levels in order to get more complicated, get more exposure to more complex things. So they're going to have to run a program, and then the output will be the password. Okay, cool. That gets them from level 2 to level 3, and then they will then have to run a program, but then they'll have to pipe it into another program, or they'll have to echo something and pipe it in, and that gives them the next password. And they'll do that, and then eventually they'll have to do things like writing files and writing content to the file, and that gets them progressively further along. And so what I'll probably end up doing is just making lots of users on the account, making lots of users on the server, and just doing it that way, where you just progressively work your way through. More than happy to get ideas, though, if anyone has any ideas. Messages are visible. Just go live. Chat. Great. So I'm going to have to write some code. because God, what is oh yeah, it's this one here. The maze. Because I'm going to write those programs myself. I actually tried to write them yesterday. I had a little play around in C because I thought it would be nice to let them see a bit of C, be exposed to a bit of C, but it really was just a pain in the backside to write them in C, so I'm going to write them in Go instead. This is the this is the Terraform that just basically works directly with the Proxmox itself, and then allows me to just spin up VMs very, very quickly based on templates essentially. This VM itself will essentially become a template as well. So what we'll see is I will make this a template eventually. Let's have a think. Oh yeah, I should explain the reason we do it on a Proxmox and in a VM is because of the nature of how generally schools work, right? Is when they essentially don't allow students to effectively access the internet out here, right? That's the internet. Looks exactly like the internet, as you can tell. They don't allow students to basically get out to the internet. Can't do that. So what that means is that they can't really access some of these labs, some of these servers on the internet that provide like cybersecurity labs and various programming environments. So these kids can't actually get access to these things. What's that one? Oh, that's cool. And as a result, we have to bring it to them, essentially, right? So what we have to do is we have to give them a server. What's that one do? Does that make it 3D? What does that do? Draw, rectangle, drag. Okay, what does that do? I want to do that now. Looks cool. What does that mean? Oh, I'm having fun here. This is great. Oh my god. Ooh. We have to bring the server to them. So we have to take the server and we have to put it on the inside of the network, essentially. So the students on the inside of the school. And again, they cannot essentially access the inside. They can't access the internet at all. They're essentially blocked. And so, by bringing in a small server with lots of little with Proxmox on it, and then lots of little VMs, we can create these with a router on it as well. I should add that they've got like a little router on top of the box, that little MikroTik. That's it. He's going to paint us a picture. Oh no, that's it. That's all I'm going to do now. This is the whole stream. You got your kitty winks. You know, they're inside the school. Beep 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 beep. Hi. I want to learn things. What they'll do is they'll effectively just connect to the MikroTik router. I know that's extremely hard to see yellow on white, but there you go. Stop being racist. And so the kids will connect to the MikroTik, and then they'll use the various virtual machines on there. So it's effectively a closed network. So they're connecting to the MikroTik. The MikroTik gives them an IP inside that closed network. It's not connected to the internet, and then they'll be able to essentially use the VMs on there. And that includes things like this maze system, which allows them to SSH in, and then they can try and navigate their way through various levels. But I need to work out a way doing it so that they get their own individual accounts. Because if with Smash the Stack, I forgot my sudo password. It's bad password. If they don't, if they're all on the same account, then they can sort of ruin it for the next person. So I need to figure out a way. I might actually go and look to see how Smash the Stack does it. Yeah, this is it. Online beginner. Blowfish. Okay, how do I get to Blowfish? They got 13 levels, connection details, telnet. Nah, what? Okay. Decrypt it and log into level 2. Oh, okay, you got a telnet that on 666X. I don't even know if I've got a telnet client, bro. What the hell? My god, I have. Encrypted password. Is that encrypted? I just want to look to see how they do the levels. I'm being challenged. Is that encrypted? Is it? Yeah. Okay. Is it backwards? Oh my god. What is it? Is it Blowfish? I need that. DHQ Cyber Tools Chef. That's it. Cyber Chef. How do people handle different SSH key for different accounts? You can use your SSH client.config. So you go SSH config client side client, and then you create. So you inside of your .ssh directory where your keys are, you can create a config in there, and you can put the host. It should be an example in here. God, I hate some of these websites. How you specifically, literally an SSH based community, but that was the worst. I asked for the SSH freaking config. The client config. What if it's the same? It should present all keys. What if it's the same host, different GitHub accounts? Same host with different accounts. That's handled for you, I think, because the repository is namespaced. So you'll go to you'll SSH to github.com/organization or user/repository, and then the remote end will know what key to expect, and so then the client should then present the key. That's the only way I can think that works. Glad I found that though. That's quite a good one, so I'm going to take a note of that. Because I can use that one. Where are we? Where are we? The maze. SSH guide. I'm going to put that one in there. That's quite good. I got to a few months ago by changing the name of the host. Yeah, if you have multiple hosts, you can definitely make it work. Okay, where's the CyberChef? Give me CyberChef. Okay, talent to Blowfish does matter to success to receive an encrypted password, decrypt it, and log into level 2. Okay. Well, the problem is the choice of algorithm that you've given me. Encrypted password is okay. So we can go and try to from back magic. Okay, try magic. Properties, okay. Encryption, encoding. If it's Blowfish, probably is right. The problem is I don't know what the bake. Raw output raw. Okay. Have we got to give it an input? Key length needs to be between import. Okay. How do I use it though? Okay, Blowfish symmetric brute force by Bruce Schneider did a large number of cipher suites. ES now receives more attention. Vector should be 8 bytes long. If not, 8 bytes long. But how do you give it an input? How do you do that? I've got a feeling it's probably Blowfish, right? Given the server's called Blowfish. So instead of git at github.com, it would have been github account-github. But I find it annoying to have to always change that when cloning something. The other option I tried making it. Because I've never had that issue. I've got loads of GitHub accounts, and I don't think I've ever had that issue. It just works. But maybe that's because I'm just so smart. I don't know. Who knows? Let's have a look here. Public key compression. No, not necessarily. No. I've got work accounts and all kinds. Again, it just works it out. I don't think I've done anything to make that work any differently. I am the master tool. That is correct. I am a tool, and I am the master of all tools. From what I see in the docs, Git just takes the default key from SSH. Oh well, that's just That's just the SSH client. Yeah, it'll take the ID key, the default key. Oh, you know what I'm probably doing, actually? I'm probably using SSH add. I'm probably using the SSH agent to add multiple keys to the agent, and then they all get presented when you connect to a host. It basically goes, hey, does this work? Hey, does this work? Hey, does this work? So try adding them all to your SSH agent. So I really, really appreciate that this exists. But what's this? Add an input tab. Okay. Output key. Oh, there's a key. Okay. 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 Yeah, that works. Yeah, if the agent has them all, then I feel like that will bite me in the ass later. It's on public repo. Yeah. Well, don't forget, it's just an authentication, not an authorization mechanism. It's just authentication to validate your identity. So if you have a private repo and a public repo and the private's on account A and the public's on account B, and then you do a commit and your agent has both keys for both accounts loaded, then then only one of them will work. But if you have a third account and that also is public and it allows access, I think Git will take the identity of the first key that worked. Yes, but your Git config is where your identity is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it will use that for commits. Again, I don't think your SSH key is used at the Git level. It's only used for authentication with the server. Git's not aware of your SSH key, as in the actual protocol and the command itself. It's only when it's instantiating an actual SSH connection that all of that takes, and even then Git's not actually dealing with that. It's sort of being taken care of by a separate protocol. So the commit is a SHA hash that's generated by Git itself. Does that make sense? At least that's my understanding of it anyway. Alright, what I need to do is... I'll get rid of that. Yeah, I can't be bothered with that right now. I need to work out a way of... Alright, so we need these levels, right? And we need... If I had one server... Master Stack seems to do it, but I want to think it through. So, if we have a server... Get rid of that. We've got the maze here. How do we do it so that they can create the file? Yeah, see, it'll just impact the next user, right? The next student that's using it. So if a student's on level 5 and level 5 needs them to create a file, and then they run a program, and then that program then goes, oh, you created the file, here's the password. The next student that comes along to level 5, the file will be there. I could get the program to delete the file afterwards. Yeah, okay, that'd work, couldn't it? I effectively need it so that the students can work independently. And the only way to really do that is to just give them their own login. Could use containers, I guess. But I don't feel as though that's necessary. Could give them their own like student logins, like student 1, student 2, but then how do you progressively... Oh, I wonder if you just had a folder structure. No, because then they'd own the folder structure. You'd have to still go to the site, because I was originally going to go with something like student 1 underscore A, student 1 underscore B, student 1 underscore C. And then they have their own sort of like, but that would produce a lot of users on the system, several hundred. If they had 10 levels, 10 students, then obviously it would be 100 different logins, and it could all be automated with Ansible, so that wouldn't be too big of an issue. But how would we go about doing something a bit cleaner. I guess it works to Smash the Stack because they just have code base and a binary that you've got to sort of buffer overflow. But with this, I need it to be a bit more. Okay, let me. I don't want to give them their own VM as well because it would just be too. It's a bit overkill. Let's give them their own VM. That being said, I mean, with Proxmox you can create these Alpine Linux boxes are super tiny. I've even got a juice shop running in one of them. So let's have a look. Git has global and local. Okay, well, global account would be my main account, but that has private repos. Local account set automatically based on the first accepted key. Dragon no access check. Next, Bob has access clone. I set local to Bob. Global local. So depending on the key you use, it changes sort of like the configured Git name and the configured Git email and stuff like that. So you're using your fingerprint of the key in order to change your local identity. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what Git does. Well, it's what you're doing because you're configuring it to do that. But yeah. Yeah, suit you mean. No, I just have one identity, which is the global identity. I don't have any other identities. I'm just trying to think if there's another way. You'll have to create another key, then I guess. I don't create a key every project, obviously. I'm trying to think why that would be a problem, though. For each account, yeah, okay. I'm trying to think why. What are you worried about? I can see where you come from. In my head, something's irritating me. I'm not Batman. God, no. Definitely not Batman. Maybe Toolman, not Batman. Let me bang up this Alpine Linux close. Is it? Has it gone offline now, is it? Don't think so. Dude. Clone that. 101's fine. Delete me! Linked clone, go. These things are like super tiny, so I could give them their own little Alpine Linux. I guess. Oh, they do not start. Okay. Start, and then where's my template? Alpine Linux. Yeah, sweet. Pretty certain I give this like a gig of RAM. Is my main account. Yeah, okay. But as long as you're committing right to the right thing, this should be okay, right? 1 gig of RAM. I wonder if I can get that down. How far down can you get that, do you think? Gig. I hope I can give it 256 meg of RAM. I want to see if it can work. Boom! Let's see if it works. Looks like it's working. Okay. Alright. Used 141 meg free. That's more than enough. That's more than enough for these little kitty winks. So if I use that then, for me forgetting to do it, I mean I could change the identity locally. I guess what I'm saying is if you push to a particular repository, then only the right key will work for it. And so the right identity should be used, no? Because like ultimately the identity is like an umbrella over a Git account. So the identity is attached to a Git account, and then that's an umbrella over a set of repositories. And then if a new one comes along, then it has to be under one of those accounts, right? Like that account. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that, like, say for example, a completely not work related, not private related, not public related to you or any of your three identities. If another one comes along and you're going, I don't want to commit to it my work, then just don't. Then your work account shouldn't be given permission to the repository. You should say, oh, I'll use my main one to contribute to that one, and then the relevant key will be used for that particular account, right? And so therefore that identity should be used. That's my understanding anyway. But I guess you're doing much more granular control locally to then change your identity. Ugh. Where are we at? Let's have it. It's a public repo, so it's free to be cloned. So my identity is going to be global. Yeah. When I commit, it will keep trying each key until I got it one that works. But the commit is already made with the identity signed. Yeah. Okay. So you have to change your identity before you do the commit. You can change your you can reset the author on a commit. You can reset the author on a commit. Alright, I reckon Alpine Linux is going to be good enough. How tight do you reckon we can get this? I wonder if we can give them. So I wonder if we can give them 64 mega RAM. Give it the old rebootio. I reckon get away with 64 mega RAM. System is deadlocked on memory. Okay, can't get away with that then. Shut down, baby. 64. Let's see if we can Alpine Linux mini RAM, minimum RAM. Let's have a look. 1 gig of free space. That's disk. Let's see what we can get away with. Okay, memory. 128 meg. Yeah, okay. 128 meg. So we should be able to pop that in here. Memory, 128 meg. Press OK. It configures it. It loads for a while, which is not a good sign. And then it all crashes and dies. Got a timeout. Did you get a timeout? Okay. Alright then. Oh, because it's okay. Okay. Shut down. Let's give it the old stop. Summary. There we go. Hardware, memory edit. Okay, 128. Great. Start it. You got quite the conundrum there, Dragon. Quite the conundrum. Here we go, here we go. So let's log back in again. Okay. Sorry, 3-8, sorry. 92 used, free, 15 meg free, wow. Okay, that's good though, because that means then that the maze, so if I actually have to go in and pretty much gonna have to delete this now because it's based on a Debian install, which is gonna be that being said, let's have a look at the hardware. It's got a gig, right? Memory with Balloon. What if we give this 120 mega RAM? I doubt that. I doubt that's gonna boot. I feel like that's not gonna be able to boot. Let's find out if modern day Debian can boot with 120 mega RAM. Yeah, no. Okay, fine. let's go ahead and kill it. We'll do a terraform. We'll use terraform for that. Where are you, good sir? You're here. Let's go back to here. And then we've got the machine up here. So we've got the maze V1. I don't want it to be based on that one anymore. I want it to be based on Alpine Linux. I want it to be based on that. Thank Jesus for templates. We're going to be giving you 128 meg, 1 core, the maze V1, and then we're going to show you what happens if we do a terraform apply on that. Let's have a look. Argument block identifier, argument block, where's that 153? I haven't changed anything there though. Oh, okay, must have screwed it up when I was mistyping before. Where's the VM gone? Machines. Yeah. 128. Alrighty. I was just messing around with the keyboard before, so it wants to destroy one and then it wants to add one. Okay. Here we go. Okay, and then it should recreate it for me. So we should get another 201. The maze V1. Summary. Hardware. No, that's wrong. Why have you got to get? Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay, I will just make another folder for repos and split everything with users. Sounds like a interesting idea. Let me know how you get on with that. And it has started. Okay. Alright, let's have a look. So no such file directory, mounting root file system, interface, emergency resolve. Okay, so that'll be the, that must be because there's change down here now. With the way it all sort of just... So what's wrong with this now? That shouldn't have an issue because I've never had that issue before. That's weird. I've never had that issue before. Hard disk. Disk 0. Base size 10 gig. The G Sharp. That's based on 2. Yeah, 2 on WebGoat's based on that as well. 1 gig, I thread virtual. 1.17 gig, 1 gig. Yeah, okay. SCSI, SCSI, true. Size, I mean the size isn't quite right. Let's go to this one. Let's have a look. Alpine Linux base, memory. I like the base. I like the buttery biscuit base. 10 gig. Okay. But then isn't that just... Alright. This is going to be annoying. Shown as problematic in WSL. Yes, it is. I don't like the WSL. Don't like Windows anymore. It's gone down the pan. The WSL also sort of started out as like a bit of a holy grail and a bit of a like, oh, this is going to be amazing, and then it very quickly stopped being amazing. All right, I'm going to work with this manually instead. And I'm gonna, because I was thinking about this yesterday, and I thought this is amazing. But I need to be able to, and the main reason I use the Terraform is because it maps, it can configure the MikroTik DHCP leases, so effectively I can get it to set up a ton of MAC addresses for me, and then when it creates the virtual machines, it creates the virtual machines with a network interface, also with the MAC address attached, and so DHCP then effectively handles all of the IP assignment for me. As for this though, I wonder if I wonder if that's actually necessary. I actually don't want it to handle to destroy. Well, but you're not gonna. Oh yeah, because I commented it, didn't I? So we want to say no to that. I want to add the machine back in. I don't want to have to deal with disk. I think disk should just be handled for me. So once a change, what are you getting rid of? You're getting rid of that, are you? Okay, let's see if you can do that. Yeah, it does not exist. Okay, it does not exist. Alright, let's go for destroy. What are you going to destroy? 2 to destroy. VM, and then the DHCP list for that, lease for that particular MAC address, which is fine. Yeah, then going to be a full Linux user again when support for Windows 10 dies. Yeah, fair enough. It really is just isn't working out for me. Windows just isn't getting there, and so what I've actually ended up deciding is I'm just not even going to bother with Windows anymore ever again. And if I lose out on things because of that, then that's just fine. I'll just accept it and lose out on those things. It's not like there isn't plenty that can be done with a Linux box, right? Alright, so invalid boot order. Device here does not exist. Why can't you just take care of that though? I just want you to take care of the disk. Template, yeah, okay. Can I just... okay, so what if I put it back, disks, SCSI? Are they required? Alright, let's go to here, where have we got the Proxmox Quimmy. Let's go to the argument reference. God, my eyes, Jesus Christ. Disks, okay. For sake. Okay, disks ID, ISO file. Okay, so if you go disks, let's go down here. Disk block, okay. The disk block is used to configure the disk devices. It may be for multiple times. This block does not diff as pretty as the disk block, but at the disks block, but it is more flexible for modules. Putting the disks in alpha mode, okay. So true. Simulated format. Okay. Cloud init can only be used with ID. Yes, SCSI disks. Disks block. The disk block is used to configure the disk device. Maybe specify once. There are 4 types. Yeah. Okay. So I want ID block SCSI. Okay. What's required? It's used to configure disks. It may be only be specified once as options. SCSI 0 through SCSI 30. Each disk can have only one of the following mutually exclusive subtypes: CD-ROM, Cloud Init disk, pass-through. Oh, what's pass-through do? Configure for these pass-through block. Okay, what does a pass-through block do? See the docs about disks for more information. Async, backup, cache, type, string. What does that do? I now have Linux on my new laptop and my 12-year-old MacBook Pro, and that MacBook runs quicker than 2018 MacBook Air my colleague uses at work. I wonder how advanced ASCII Linux got. Give it a shot. I think you're gonna really like Linux. I've been astonished with how good KDE Plasma's been. I really have sort of not been able to. I really have been able to do almost everything that I want to do. It's just not been an issue at all. Like, I know for a fact I'm probably never going to be able to get to play like Hell Let Loose again, which is a shame because I really like that game, because the anti-cheat just won't work. Okay, that's a shame. What am I going to do? Go and put up with a god-awful shitty OS just because I want to play one game. Just no. KDE Plasma. I really like KDE Plasma. I do too. It's really, really nice. Do you know why I really like it? Ready, Lud? This is why I really like it. Look at that. Look at that, dude. How good that is. Look how good that is, dude. Dude. Are you looking, Lud? Dude. Yeah? You seeing it? Only on KDE Plasma, bro. Okay? To the take gallery. Yeah, probably could. Probably could do that. What happens if I do that? Look at that, I can box it off, dude. Can you do that on Windows? I don't think so. Don't think you can do that on Windows. Windows 11 can't do that. You have to use it. You have to use AI. You have to use Bing AI or whatever the shit in hell it's called. God, it's just garbage, that operating system now. I just can't believe how bad Windows got. It got really bad, man. And the one thing that annoyed me, one of the biggest things that annoyed me the most was Windows key W to bring your widgets out from the left. I was like, okay, like I did it once by mistake. Copilot and recall, yeah, but I think it was Windows W. In fact, Dragon, if you're on, yeah, you're on 10, you're not on 11. Might only be 11 thing, but Windows W brought out the widgets bar, and I remember having a fresh Windows 11 install when Microsoft upgraded me from 10 to 11 without asking me, which was nice. I like being forced to use a new operating system in that way, and it was basically a fresh install because I wiped everything, and it slid out from the left. It slid out from the left. It might not be. No. Windows key W. It slid out from the left, and it had news in it, and straight away it was just like, buy them this, trump that. And it was just like boom, 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 and it was just all the news sources were owned by Murdoch. And I was like, okay, so you're telling me that you found that acceptable, that if a child is given a brand new Windows 11 laptop by their parents, and they bring out the widgets, you think it's acceptable to put that news right in front of them? And I was just like, what the hell? That is just garbage, just utter garbage. I've come over to Kubuntu. And there's just none of that. Yeah, fresh install plus bloatware at first login. Exactly. Just do it, Dragon, man. Just go and look at this Asari Linux or whatever you want to do, and just do it. Even if you have to struggle along a little bit, and a few things don't quite work, I think you're still going to have a much better experience overall. I think you're still going to have a much better experience. Oh, you're not doing Asai? Oh, okay. No, do Kubuntu, man. Like KD Plasma and Ubuntu, so much support, huge community. It really works really well. Is the ARM CPU MacBook distro? Okay. I just bought a new MacBook, a MacBook Air. It's an M2, I think, or an M3. Might be an M3. I think it's an M3, and it is fast. It is crazy fast. But I prefer Macs for laptops. I won't put anything. I won't use Linux on a laptop, not yet anyway. I'm getting there, but I just like Linux on my desktop for now. Still things to learn. Yeah, Linux does force you to learn a lot. It's a great way of learning like low-level protocols and networking, and even just like when you. I remember I was showing someone Linux on the desktop, and I downloaded a driver and I used curl, and it was the first time they'd ever seen a command prompt, and then they were like, oh, like what's going on? I was like, oh, I'm using a command prompt. And then I had to explain that, the operating system is really just made up of lots of binaries and user land programs that run and do all of these things for you, and there's just hundreds of them running. And I was showing, well, what's this curl thing? And I was explaining to her that, you use that to download stuff over the internet, and it's like, oh, okay. And I was like explaining how networking worked and HTTP worked, and now she's like programming in Python and writing her own utilities and stuff, because it just opened up her eyes to what could be done with a computer. It wasn't just Candy Crush; she could actually like program it. Buying it for like €30 and get a new laptop. I would buy it for €30. I'd buy an M1 for €30. You could then probably sell that for about €300 if they let you. MX Linux, lightweight Debian distro on my laptop. Yeah, nice. Yeah, very nice. I am a bit of an Apple fanboy as well. Not well. That's not fair. Actually, I'm not a fanboy. I won't go out of my way to be like, oh, you should be using Apple. But it's more. I just like this stuff. I just think it just works for me. But on the desktop, Linux. Let me have a look. I'm going to try and create a disk here that only... This just doesn't have any of this in it. Oh, okay. It's already unhappy. Go. What? What? Okay. Size and storage. Oh, okay. Do you have to have a disk in there? No? Can you do that? Okay. What happens if I do that? What happens if I do it, baby? Let's see if it works. Probably won't. Yeah, the company policy is that the laptop should have a 3-year lifespan warranty. So they either sells them, company gives them option, it's warranty. They don't want to have to deal with unsupported hardware. Does not exist. For you, it doesn't exist, you stupid bitch. No, it doesn't actually. It's probably different because it's Alpine Linux. It's probably using a different thing. Let me have a look at Debian. Oh, no, it is actually. So it is SCSI 0. Isn't Mac a warranty 1 year? It depends. You can extend it. You can get an Apple Care. It comes with like extends it by 2 years, which your business probably would do, and it adds on a lot of things like accidental damage cover and insurance and stuff now. Like my iPhone's extended warranty was, you get paid $180, I think, Australian, and that extends it from 1 year to 3 years and covers me in that 3 years for accidental damage to the screen, dropping it, water damage, and I think I pay in excess of $50 I think. So I think if I completely destroy it, hand it in bits, they'd be like, oh, that's not good. You give them $50 and I get a new phone. So they've obviously done the math on that and deemed that to be usable. So hang on. So we got a SCSI 0 disk base. SCSI controller versus SCSI controller. I don't understand why it wouldn't work all of a sudden. Okay, so let's give it a disk. Get rid of the backup. Local VM. I think it's actually only 10 gig, but yeah. It feels weird that just wouldn't work, because it's not really any different to the Debian system. Doing the math, I doubt they do anything like that when half the company has to use some kind of Windows machine, but the entire company has only Apple. No, I mean Apple have done the math. Apple have done the math on providing you with a very cheap extension to the warranty, and have worked out that given averages, the law of averages, most people probably don't actually don't drop their phone. Why isn't this booting, man? Mount on sysroot failed. Okay, so it really doesn't like. So hang on, if I come in here though, and then yeah, because I just cloned that already and it worked. So there's something about the cloning in here that doesn't work over there. That's okay. Hang on, so yeah, I won't be going back to Windows neither. Will not be going back to Windows. The only two operating systems I use is Linux and Mac. So how am I going to do this then if this template is giving me... Well, hang on, what if I clone WebGo? What if I say I want a WebGo system? That used to work. I don't know why all of a sudden it's not okay. Actually, I used to use FreeBSD on my desktop for a long time. Gorgeous operating system. FreeBSD is stunning. Its design, ZFS, jails. the way that the difference between system and user land. Absolutely amazing. Trouble, you have trouble, baby. I'm thinking of trying Ghost BSD. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Keep forgetting about that. Okay. 1 second. There we go. Sorry. But yeah, I did for a while, and it was very, very nice. But again, it's compatibility, right? That unfortunately, the thing with VS, the problem with the BSDs is it's that it's too incompatible. Unfortunately it's just too far. Like for example, you can't run Docker on BSD. Not for your BSD anyway. No one's put the work into that yet. So if you want to run Docker containers for local dev or anything, you can't. There's a lot that just, even though there's a Linux translation layer, doesn't work perfectly. It's pretty good, and there are some games that I do want to run. So Linux is the middle ground. Linux is fine. No issues with Linux. No issues with Linux whatsoever. Show me my webgo. Did it boot? Yeah. So okay, that's not booting now neither. So something doesn't quite work. Let me have a look at B5BD. B5BD. The UID. Mounting the UID on sysroot. Okay. That's got to be the way the Alpine Linux has been. Well, actually, now that I think about it, if I'm cloning this one directly, which is what I did with delete me, it just worked. It just worked. Sysconfig. What are you having trouble with? Come on. Sysroot. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. You sort of need that. Virtualization. Yeah, that's another issue. That's the primary issue with running games on Linux, is anti-cheat. If you want to play certain games, they have like rootkit anti-cheat and things like that in them. They just, yeah, you'll either be okay and it won't pick it up if you're lucky, or it does and it bans you, or it just doesn't run entirely. That's what I was saying. I can't play Hell Let Loose anymore. I can try and install it and see if it works, but I don't think so. Should we try it? I'll get it running in the background. I'll get it logging in the background, and then we'll see if we can get it to go. Oh, what is it? Is there a sale? Is there a sale? That's the what's the cafe stand? Cafe what? Cafe Stain. What's Coffee Stain? What the fuck's that? Is that a publisher? Never heard of them. Stupid videos. What the hell? Alright, library. Let me just see if it even, like, it will install and it will run. Oh, actually, let's go to ProtonDB. ProtonDB. Hell Let Loose. Yeah, that's right, Goat Simulator, yeah. Apparently Hell Let Loose has got gold support. So, on Windows I'd have but on Linux Performer, okay. Great, excellent, online, excellent, okay. Apparently Hell Let Loose is now up there. It's a pretty good game. Quite like it actually for just quick jump in, get shot in the head, fail, get back up again. Why is it only public testing? Why is that the only... Have I got it installed already? Installed locally. What the hell? Have I really got all those games installed? Oh man, I found a what? But I muted it though. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can okay, pop-ups, notifications, other notifications, crashes. Okay, show doesn't show pop, show history, clear, choose, hide after 5 seconds. Diddle diddle diddle. Let's go to Discord. Okay, that's just purely the notification thing. So it's effectively just Discord's output. So let's do it in Discord itself. Notifications. Hang on, enable desktop notifications, no. Sounds off. Disable all notification sounds. Oh. Disable all notifications, there we go. Okay. Let's give that a try. I feel like just disabling those in Discord setting would modify. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there you go. That worked. It's when I don't have the window highlighted, obviously when it's not the active window, right? Obviously. Yeah, worked. Thanks, mate. Sorry about that. They're off now, so they should just be off all the time. Yeah, I've never really sort of, I don't know why I've never actually just disabled them. Because I actually do find the sounds annoying, but I think it's just one of those things where it doesn't happen enough to be annoying. But now that they're on a live stream, it's happening enough to be annoying. Why the hell can't I find Hell Let Loose? Is this filtering based on what's going on here? Only show again. No, don't do that. Okay, Hell Let Loose. What the? Okay. So we go browse, we go properties, we go compatibility, we go faucet, hotfix, 46 gig, okay, fine. 233 gig free on my thingy disk. Good, go. Alright, I actually do want to see if it does actually have goal. Audio balked, voice chat doesn't work. Okay, that was 3 weeks ago. Game runs great, DX12, use all available cores, disable VSync, vid settings. Yeah. So this is another thing, Dragon. Sorry, I don't know if you're probably aware of, maybe you're aware of ProtonDB, but if you are playing games and you want to do it on Linux, just run it through Steam. Super easy to add non-Steam games, and then it'll just do all the Proton stuff for you. And this is where you come and check whether or not they work for you. Simple as that. Oh, you have daily user links before. Okay, cool. Yeah, pretty much a no-brainer at this point. I need to fix this. Why, pray tell, does this not work? What are you downloading? 2 of 3. Alright, how do I get this? Because it's successfully cloned it. Oh, hang on. There's the ISO. Oh, it is on there. Okay. The ISO's on there, right? Yeah. Almost everything's identical. I've changed this 10 gig on here. 10 gig on here. VM101 disk 0. Base 209 disk 0. IO thread 1. Okay, there must be something in the ID of the SCSI device. Include volume and backup job. Okay, IO thread. Quick, show me the tooltip. What does that mean? Cache, no cache. Okay. Because when I right clicked and said clone it, I did. Oh, it was a linked clone, right? I am creating a linked clone in here, aren't I? I believe it is a linked clone. Memory on boot. Full clone false. Yeah, okay. And then we've got boot order equals... Ooh, what if we take that out? Maybe the boot order's failing. Maybe that's what's causing it to fail. I really need to use Terraform for it, unfortunately. 4, so 2 IPs, 2 VMs. Yeah, that's fine. Because I really need to use Terraform for it, because I need to get that MAC address alignment, otherwise it'd be a pain in the backside. Three years and counting, baby. Ah, look at your cute cat girl doing that on a fishing boat. What have we got here? Memory, 32 gig of RAM. Come on, mate. Time to upgrade that. You need at least 128 gig. Cool. Yeah, nice. Very cool. 1 second. Sorry, I'll be back in a second. Someone's knocked on the door. They ran out of fuel and they need a jerry can. I don't have one. Look at the cat girl in the chat. Yeah, I don't have a jerry can. Let's have a look. Never really using more than 16 gig at a time, so yeah, 32 is fine. I'm just joking around. Still have 2 free slots if there's ever a need. Put some pants on. Nah, I don't. Don't worry about pants. Don't need pants. That's a nice output. I like that. Distro CachyOS. Never heard of it. Pac-Man. Ah, okay. Nice. Very nice. 2 monitors. Sweet. Nice. I like that it shows you your audio outputs and what's happening, like what you're actually listening to. Good old fish. I've seen it around recently. Not much of a distro hopper, so I didn't check it out. No, I try and avoid distro hopping. I used to do that back in the day. It's not a thing anymore. What's this? Good advice. Let's check. Has any use with your privacy intact? Yeah, anyway. For to add, I recommend Fast Fetch as an alternative. Fast Fetch. Where'd it go? Fast Fetch. Okay. Fast Fetch. Is that not on oh yeah, I don't need sudo for search, but that's okay. Already typed it now. High fetch. System info. It's got high fetch on if it's on package managers. No, maybe not. They've got a high fetch there. Let's try that. See what that looks like. High fetch. Yes, high fetch, go. Neo fetch is the one I remember. It's working, apparently. Alright, did that. Oh. Yeah. Let me get a. Okay. So this is interesting. What an interesting way of. What the hell? That's very interesting. Okay, I'm willing to show you this on screen. So, what is Solocraft? Hey, Madge. Solocraft is a series of changes to World of Warcraft private server, so Azeroth Core, in order to change it to be a more a more solo-based game. I've not done it for the last few streams because essentially I'd need to focus on some other things. Like I want to get these labs done for my friend on Friday. Yeah. Has anyone used that high fetch before? Have you seen what happens when you run it for the first time? It's quite interesting. I'll run it here. I don't really have any issues with running it here. Asks you to pick a flag. Have you seen Chris Titus Linux util he is working on? You can use it via curl Linux pulls from GitHub. I have not seen it. I'll have a look though. I didn't realize some of these things existed in terms of your like gender identity, gender fawn. Never heard of that before. Gender void, a void girl and a void boy. What are those? What does that mean? What about burger? Is that just a? That's nothing to do. Why is my country there? Well, it's just special, I guess. Gender non-conforming 1, non-conforming 2. Gay men, lesbian. Abrosexual, okay. Seems a lot. I'm not quite sure which one. Should I just go with rainbow? Which preset do you want to use? Rainbow. I'll go with rainbow. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Colors might be a little too dark for dark mode. Default 65. I'll go with 65%. Okay. And yeah, I was going to say there isn't a straight one, is there? I guess rainbow, but it is interesting how. It is interesting how it. There isn't a straight one. I feel like it's bad to be straight. You can't be straight these days. I don't know. Just pick one. Horizontal. Sure. Okay, that took a while. Alright, cool. That's pretty cool. So now if I just run it again. Interesting. Yeah, it's pretty slow. I think it's written in Python. I did a Control-C over here when I ran it on the other terminal. And I'm pretty certain it was written in Python. But yeah, it's pretty slow. I guess it's just fetching everything live and not doing any caching. Maybe it's doing some other stuff. Maybe it's checking stuff online. I have no idea. But there you go. Okay, we're in Plasma. It's an unusual there. No. Okay. Fast fetch, yep. I'm pretty happy with how... I'm surprised at how slow it ran, but also, it's not really an issue, is it? What does it need to be optimized for? Why do I need it to fetch that fast? I can wait a few seconds for the information. It's not really that big of an issue. Alright, did you run? You did. Okay, let's see what happened here now. No, okay. And the WebGoat one failed as well? Yeah, alright. That's kind of interesting, so I'm going to have to try and work out now why all of a sudden the freaking iSCSI stuff doesn't work. If you need to flex your fetch script multiple times an hour, it adds up. Right, okay. Maybe I should I add that to the stream? Should I add a window that just refreshes my fetch, and then eventually you guys are just by cringing at the fact that all of the milliseconds that are being wasted. Speaking of which, that hasn't been done properly. Close Discord. What do you mean? Crop top. The crop top. Keep going, please. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Okay. What is this doing, man? Why all of a sudden am I seeing the very top of the window? Why am I seeing the window frame? What are you doing? What are you doing? What going on? Proton anti-cheat runtime is ready. Hello, Loose is now ready to play. 49 gig done. Boom, in your face. Internet connection. Well, I wonder if... sorry, I'm just trying to work out why. It's shown the very top, because if I do that... Oh, whatever. There you go. You get the top of the window, like an idiot. Fine. Anytime someone types fetch, it should just redoes it. No, you guys will abuse that and DOS me. It's death. DOS me to death. So it looks like then there's a Proton easy anti-cheat runtime. That's interesting. I wonder how effective that works now at preventing anti-cheat from getting you kicked from online games. Let's see if it works. Is it good? Does it work? Is it new? There you go, anti-cheat service. Devs just refused to enable it. Oh, okay. Existed forever. Oh, alright, okay. So devs just being assholes then. Sounds about right. So the order here, so the boot order definitely hasn't changed anything. So I have to work out then how the hell I get this to work. Because if I clone it inside of Proxmox, if I right click and I clone it, this delete me as a clone of the Alpine Linux template, it works, it boots. But if I clone it through Terraform, it doesn't, so there's some config somewhere that's different. But if I look at hardware, it's not on the cloud in it, is it? God. No, okay. God, I hate cloud in it. What a piece of shit. There is no, okay. The maze. So the maze failed. But under hardware, it's technically the same. Like there's nothing different. Obviously the disk is obviously different, but and then local VM lav VM disks. should just get its own disk. I guess because it's a thin clone. I wonder if we can't do a thin clone. Though I did do a link. This is a linked clone though. What's going on? Oh, it's compiling shaders apparently. Okay, so if we created a thin clone here, a linked clone, format, ID, name, resource pool, that worked fine to give me this box, and then the local ISO is fine. Oh, hang on. Ah, there's no ISO on there. There we go. I reckon that ISO file's needed in order to pull the boot into memory. IDE 2. Okay. Okay. So how do I... Let's go in here. Disks. I think IDE is one of them, I think. And I think it's IDE... It actually had IDE 2 on there, didn't it? IDE 2. Okay. ID. Is there an ID local? We'll just go ID 1, I guess. Okay. VM. Pass through. Disk block. CD-ROM. Oh, maybe it's a CD-ROM. The name of the ISO image to mount to the VM in the format storage pool. ISO name of ISO. Note that ISO is mutually exclusive with pass-through. Pass-through. Whether the physical CD-ROM drive should be passed through. When ISO and pass-through are omitted, empty CD-ROM drive is created. VirtuIO block. SCSI1, SCSI2, pass-through disk. Cloud. Oh, pass-through. Yeah, pass-through hardware. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Disk block. Blah 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 blah. That's block. Pass-through. Yeah, EFI, PSI pass-through. Oh, you can do PSI pass-through. Oh, I should try and do that with the GPU that's in there. That'll be interesting to experiment with. VirtuIO block, SCSI block, SATA block, CD-ROM, cloud in it, disk. Why would I do... Okay. Oh, of course. It's definitely not, it's definitely IDE though. IDE 2, interesting. Okay, so instead of IDE 2 then, instead of IDE on the disk, let's go back to the disks block. Argument reference, VGA block, network block, disk block. Okay, that's a disk block, but I want the disks block. Disks block. Let's see what happens if we just pass through an ISO. Oh, CD-ROM block, ISO string. Oh, well, okay. We're playing Hell Let Loose now in full screen mode. There we go. You're gonna see like the middle of it. Team 17 made the game apparently. Apparently I'm not allowed to hear audio. It's illegal. No, there we go. Now I'm getting audio. Alright, here we go. Connecting to online services. You have been banned for using Linux. That's what it's going to say now, watch. Connecting to online services. Linux found. Banned. Get a Windows laptop. Poor person. That's what it's going to say, look. Socialize. I like the way they had to put that in there. Like, oh, you must socialize, otherwise... I mean... Like, if you don't socialize, then... that means you're toxic. How do I get this to... Let me do that. Ah, look at that. Alright, this is a Hell Let Loose stream now, guys. Just so you know. Okay, well, it seems to connect anyway. It seems to connect and run. I like the way the the AI tries to get clever. I don't even know if I've done that right. Cloud disks dot CD-ROM. Oh, okay, it needs to be SATA. I think it's IDE. CD-ROM, IDE, CD-ROM. Disk.x.cd-rom, disk.x.cd-rom, disk.vir.io block. vir.io 0. Okay. Let's do IDE 2. Right, okay, and then the ISO format is in the form of storage pool. Okay, well that'll be, excuse me, okay, go away. Local LVM, no, local. ISO images, Alpine Linux, I think that's what it'll be. It'll be local colon. Why can't you just let me copy the paste, bro? Copy the text, bro, come on. Okay, CD-ROM, so local ISO slash, yeah, okay. What else have they put in there? Media, CD-ROM size 61 meg. Do I put that in there, do you think? Media equals CD-ROM size equals 61 meg, okay. The problem is that's only going to be a case for I think for competitive games, yeah, true. I guess that is true. I guess that is true. Do you mean the anti-cheat or do you mean the behavioral, the notice for behavior? Let's destroy these things. And we'll recreate them again. Can actually get into a game though. All the anti-cheats that support Linux and devs refuse it. From what I saw, the anti-cheat is barely there on Linux. Yeah, I mean, no one's playing in Australia at all. Nice. Oh, guess. Oh yeah, camera. Yeah, okay. 26 mil. Let's have a look. See if it connects. See if it loads. Like basic memory stuff, and that's about it. I think. Well, I mean, yeah, Linux isn't gonna let you just do what you want with memory just because you want to. Like seeding. This means you must fight over the middle point until the server has 50 players. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. So there's just two snipers then. Right, okay. You'll be made a spotter when creating a new role. As a spotter, you cannot change your role. That's dumb. Guess I'll create an inventory then. Wow, that person ran across the map very quickly. Okay, where do I want to deploy? Let's deploy here. Go! Oh man, it's been a while since I played this. I don't even remember the keys. With anti-cheat running out, it's like trying to drop a bang to the wall again. It's a bit nuts. It's 10 Try and get these sensitivities a little decent.
Splash, how do we look, over?
It certainly looks good. Not sure if the refresh rate's very good though, given the fact that it's probably trying to run at like 100 million hertz. What is it? Do I shoot it? What do I do? Must admit, it is a very good game. maybe a little bit too good. Options, video. I don't want that level of quality, that's crazy. I just want it to actually be decent refresh rate and yeah, I mean you can sort of significantly see the difference there. Refresh rate. It's nice being able to play games on super high settings, but I don't think it's really necessary, especially for a game where you're trying to like not die, right? Does voice work locally? Is it working? Hello?
Yeah, bro.
I'm just trying the game on Linux for a first time after a while.
Sounds good.
Where? I refuse to even start listening to bullshit about kernel level anti-cheats from companies that refuse to do even basic ass server side input validation. Riot Games, yeah, they don't want to. They don't. What are we shooting at?
There's a guy down the road. 2 teams just killed him.
Nice. It's intense. Yeah, I mean, with the anti-cheat stuff, the way it probably works is, if you think about it, right, is they don't want to do the server-side work. They want to do it as efficient. They want it to be as efficient as possible, and they want it to basically be focused on the client side. It's sort of similar to the concept of the SPA, right? The single-page application in JavaScript. If you think what they're trying to do there, like they're trying to make the network, they're trying to improve the user experience by basically saying, oh, well, you know, if it's all written in JavaScript and runs on the client, then it's faster, right? You essentially do one download and you have a client, which is great. But like there's someone here, which is great. But whoa. I think he's here. Which is great, but the application itself has the added benefit in that mode of putting all of the compute on the client, which means the phone itself and the client side has to then get more powerful. Now, in the case of, you know, JavaScript web-based applications, provided, you know, someone doesn't like take the absolute piss, should be relatively sort of lightweight and not really require much if they're writing it properly, right, and the application's not crazy. But if you look at like a SaaS-based model or a SaaS-based application like Miro.com, or, you know, they're pretty powerful interfaces. And the company I work for, we have a product, a full interface is Vue.js, and it's a full network. It's a full network graph. Like, it renders 2,000 nodes on the canvas by default, 1,000 nodes on the canvas by default, and it can. If I get a grenade out there. if you then think about what we've done is we've offloaded all of the rendering of to the client side. We've put it all in the browser, and that works great. Why didn't we write a desktop application? I definitely died. But why didn't we create a desktop application, right? It's like, well, it works fine in the browser. It makes it much more compatible. I think we should have made a desktop application. And I think that a desktop, given the nature of what the product does, in terms of rendering a lot on screen, a lot of graphics, it would be fine. It does work fine on the web. It works very well. You can get a lot done. But it would scale to near infinite if it ran on desktops and stuff. But it's just what clients want. And so with anti-cheat, they're effectively saying we want that to run on your system. We don't want to do that level of complex checking on the server side, because it adds to our compute bill. It adds to our networking bill. We've got to have more RAM in place, more disks, lots more checking going on. On a scale of millions of players, especially if you think of like COD and World of Warcraft and all those games, the amount of computational work that has to be done to check every single person come through. So I don't know, like I sort of feel like I get it, but at the same time sort of don't. Like, well, yeah, but no. Yeah, but no. I don't like it. So as you can see, I'm really good at Hell Let Loose. Alright, creating the machines. I love being able to talk to my MikroTik router and just get a MAC address set up that automatically gives me my VM an IP address. Like that, baby. I love that. I was thinking to myself, how am I gonna... I don't want to use cloud in it. I hate it. It's just overkill. It's... No. Go away, die. I like my system to start very, very tiny and build up from there, whereas I think cloud in it. And then you've got to attach an additional disk. You got to do this and you got to do that in valid format. Duplicate key and common serverless property key. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Boot order. Oh, maybe you don't put I did try just putting these things in. Maybe don't do that. Maybe just do that. And then I thought, why don't I just let DHCP do the work for me? I can see you running your own esports team. I do have my own esports. That's you guys. Trouble Dragon and Lord. And the Krillstar. Imagine us for dominating. Dominating. Two or one is done. Alright, let's see if it even boots. Doubt it. Just got to work out what the right disk is. I think it's the CD-ROM myself. I genuinely think that that's a... Oh, that's now the same as delete me. And that hasn't done it. Oh, hang on. Hey, the maze. That doesn't look good. What's this SCSI controller? What's that about? What you doing, eh? What you playing at? With you incorrect SCSI controller? Go us. Yeah, it would be so good, man. We should do it. All four of us should jump into Hell Let Loose and be like, what's going on? Hey, guys. And we can run around and just die a lot. It's a good game, actually. I quite like it. It's when you get a good squad and everyone's talking to each other, it does go down really well. But also Eve's the best game in the world, so don't worry about it. Alright. Just reboot, bro. Like, I'm trying to get you to reboot. Exit. Alright, what happens if I just... Okay. Kernel, that makes sense. That's why I'm trying to get you to reboot. Stop not rebooting, you big poop. Go. Reset. Dead. Die. Go. Die. Stop. Go. Die. Go. Stop. Delete. Be gone. That was wrong, and I don't know why that's wrong. Why that SCSI controller is wrong. Because I've never effing changed it. What do you mean? Like, why all of a sudden is it doing that? It's giving it the wrong VirtIO, that's on the network. Local LVM. That's really weird. I mean, I guess it maybe changed because of that. Have you stopped it yet? Jesus. VirtIO, okay. Let's now start it again. With the correct controller. See what happens. That's what it was. So it did need the ISO, that's fine. And it did have the incorrect SCSI controller. But why did it create it with that one? Weird. Weird. Let's go to CD-ROM, VirtIO. Yes, SCSI. Disk block. ISO. So now I'm going to have to come down here and the thingy will be in here somewhere. The controller will be in here, without a doubt. IO thread. Whether to use IO thread to this device. Yeah. Read only. No. Please tell me I can change the... What the hell? All native. What's this? Whether to use IO thread only effectively when the emulated controller type. Hardware top level block argument says, oh, the hardware top level SCSI hardware. Where's that? Show me that one. Show me. Yeah, show me. Bum 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 bum. Ah, LSI is the default. What block does that go inside of? Top level block. The following arguments support the top level resource block. Okay. So you've got to put. I've got to put that in here. No. What the? Suck my flaps. Okay. What? I don't know. So that one? Let's do that. Destroy, baby. Alright. Bit odd how this is a thing all of a sudden, but I guess it makes sense with the whole ISO. But I'm now going to have to create a separate block for the VM type. I'm going to have to put a condition in now to only create VMs with certain flags, with certain conditions set based on the image, because I don't want to mount the Alpine ISO on Debian boxes just because Alpine needs the ISO to friggin' boot. Okay. Buzz Cola, hey man. Hey, VTX No Mercy. Hey yo, what you doing, dude? I'm just gonna increase the font size to 200% so I can actually see the text coming in from there. VTX No Mercy. That guy's got no mercy. 202, okay. 202 to now come up. Let's have a look. So you just pop out and stay out, for Christ's sake. 201. Did you boot properly? You did. WebGo. Did you boot properly? You did. Okay. So they're now working as expected, which is good. So that means I can now use that Alpine Linux base image to produce additional images. And they boot with insanely low memory, 128 mega RAM. I think 64 meg would be more impressive, but 128 gig is still decent. So that should I should be able to access that now with UA at 192.168. Yay 168.9.201. If the yes, I was going to say. Yeah, let's do that. Because obviously I'm constantly reusing the same IDs all the time. Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay. Oh, fuck. Right. Yeah, someone's trying to eavesdrop on me, yeah. So then give me something that can remove it, and then don't remove it. Thanks. Have you updated it or not? Yes, thank you. What am I missing? Did I type it wrong the first time? Where's one password gone? Alright, great. IPA 192 and 201 free-h 10 meg 10 meg of free memory. That's good. The students don't really need to do much. They just need to be able to progress through. Okay, so with the lab having like ideally so you got 16 gig of RAM. If these things have got like 128, if these things have got like 128 meg, then you're getting quite a bit in there, right? You're getting effectively 1024 over 128. Is that just a clean 8, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So you're getting 8 VMs in every gig if we can get away with these little micro ones. Snapshot them. We get full fat VM. We get full isolation. We get firewalling between them easily, built into Proxmox. Okay. So, I do not have... Oh, I do. There it is. Silly me. It's right there. So, if I do add user... level 1, level 1, level 1. Okay, and I go add user level 2, but then level 2's password can be, what have I got nearby? What's this? This is a ACS Supernova Brisbane 2024. Password's now Supernova with an A. You guys are expected to remember that. I will never remember that. Okay, you have to remember it. 2 weeks, shut up. Okay. So now then, if we go to home, level 1. Okay, and then we go, if we touch a file in here and we just go level 2 password.txt, if we do level 2.txt, if we change the owner of it, remember what? I don't know. Did I ask you to remember something? Change the owner of level 2 to level 2 of level 2.txt inside of level 1's home, and then we do change mode 0400 level 2 text. Level 1 will be able to see the file, but won't be able to read the file. But then if we have the... This is the bit, they don't need to do this right away. We can just give them a text file that they just open up and read it. That's fine. But if we then... This is for a more advanced level. We then need a binary with set GUID on there of level 2 that they run. That runs and does some challenge. Like they have to do something to create a file. They have to create a... CH mode sets the special bit to 0. Sets it to read, and then it sets it to no permissions for group, no permissions for global. So you see here the way we went from dash rw dash r dash dash r dash dash, and then we went to that, and then we ended up with that. So that's 5, that's 4, and that's 4. So it would be 0544, I think 0644. So if I change it back, you get read write. So that's 644 and that's 600. So it's just flipping the permissions, because I want the level 2 user to be able to read it, but not the level 1 user. And then the idea is that you have some challenge that results in level 2 text file being opened, and the way you can do that with something like Smash the Stack is that you have a binary that has a set GUI. It's owned by level 2 and it has the set GUI bit set to level 2. That's set to sticky bit on the UID, so that when it runs as the level 2 user, and therefore it can access the level 2.txt file. So the idea behind these challenges is to go from level 1 to, I don't know, maybe 10 levels, and they get progressively harder, and the students have to solve harder Linux-based problems to be able to get through. That's good. I'm glad I got the Alpine Linux template going. Now I'm just trying to think. Now I need to sit down and design the levels and how I'd do it. The first one was just going to be level 1, and then there'll just be a file called level2.txt, and they've just got to read the file, and it contains the password, and then they can SU over to level 2, right? So they can go switch user level 2, and then they can let's give that a try actually. If they only use level 1, my only problem with level 1, yeah, see the way it's put me in /home/AU instead of taking me to my own home. You have to use the dash, and that takes you to your home, for it loads of the environment properly. So let's teach them to do that, and then if they try and yeah. Great. Okay, that's something I can do on my own. That's not a problem. I could have a. See, then what you can then do is have a. You can have another VM that has some sort of software stack running on it, some application, and then the final level, like level 10, can give them a username and password, to then allow them to log into that system via a web interface, and then they can start doing some cybersecurity stuff via that web interface. Perhaps. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Where's my paint gone? Ah, look at that. Best. What is that? What is that? Oh, I didn't know you can do that. That's pretty cool. Oh. Wow, this is really advanced. I wish Windows had a solution to this, but it doesn't. Okay, so if I go... Oh, okay. Yeah, dink, dink. No. No! I want you to... There we go. Alright. You could sell that as an NFT. Well, you can buy it. Why don't you... You need to start... setting an example, dude. And I'm buying this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's water coming out of this thing. Look at that. It's like 3D water. You can almost lick it. You should buy it. Why don't you buy it? Because then you'd be effectively setting the bar, right? What happened there? How was I able to then? Oh, left click to... Oh. Oh, I see. So if you let go... What the... Oh, that's the alternate color, right, okay. So if you're holding down the left and you go, oh, I don't like that, you can press right and it undoes it. Sure, PayPal me that money. And we have a deal. There you go, just like a real NFT. There it is. No one can ever take that. That's now yours. No one else can copy that image. They can't make copies of it. They can't edit it in any way. That's yours. That is your image. Do it. Do it. I think that's a good idea. Alright, we need to go back to some video game programming. That's sort of the point of this channel and stream. What did you do? You can't do that. You can't do that. That's owned by Lord. He's copied your NFT. You should sue him with a Bitcoin chain. Yeah. Hit him with a chain of digicoins. Best calling a lawyer. I think so, man. Hey, Trouble, I think you should put your legal team on danger money, man. You're gonna get sued. It's alright, Lord. I got you back. Give me a sec. There you go, man. Create the new one for you. It's got the grey stripe means that no one can copy it. What the? Oh, jeez. Joey's low ways. Alright. Well, I'm pretty happy with that being a thing. I'm gonna go to my... this. Alright. I need to improve this because I do a lot of PvE. And I've started doing a lot more PvE in Eve. Oh, excuse me. And do you remember, Trouble, when you were telling us about all of that Final Fantasy herb stuff that you were doing. Oh, I've got to go make coffee for the wife before she deletes me. And you were saying, oh, I had to do all of the JSON by scratch and blah blah blah. Yeah, so that's what I had to do. But you're probably far better front-end programmer than me, so when you see the source to this, you're going to love it. It is the best JavaScript. It is the best JavaScript. It is so good. It's just the best JavaScript that there is. There's no JavaScript that you've ever seen that competes with this. Look at that. Check it out. Let me know what you think of my JavaScript. I'll be right back. I want a report, a scale of 1 to 10, how good it is. I know it's great. I know I'll get a 10. And give me feedback. Thanks. Yeah, I know it takes 3 seconds to load. I mean, ultimately I'm just going to get that. That's the problem with all of that JSON, right? It's all the information on the sites. So you have your integrated terminus that has a title, has a wormhole type, has a potential blue loop value, ISK per hour. And then it has waves, and those waves have details on them. So yeah, happy to. I just didn't want to do a sort of web-based application because I thought, well, does it need to be a web-based application really? I mean, really? Or really? I think the answer's no. I think the answer is no. I'm gonna uninstall Halelus. Later. You could split the JSON into another file so you can actually read the code without scrolling for 9 years. That is very true. Even splitting that into multiple files would help immensely with loading time. Yeah, it would. Yes. So what I would need to do is the new valuation database. Oh. So the new valuation database would effectively become a call to, effectively a HTTPS call to pull the file down from somewhere else, basically, yeah. And it would just be a JSON file, basically. What does that look like in the sort of basic JavaScript that I'm doing here? I must admit though, I do like the cleanness and sort of simplicity of just JavaScript without all of these libraries and stuff. That being said, if you can recommend how I would maybe write this in something like TypeScript, I would be interested. I'd be happy to look at creating a repository and convert it to TypeScript if you think it's necessary, if it makes it easier in some way. These are the important things really, these sort of like regular expressions for detecting things and getting the data out. And then just adding things up like accumulating the ISK value and so on and so forth. And then of course it's got an example here, like if you paste it in, that's the example, right? It shows you each one. Yeah, 1 to 2 files, yeah, I agree. Yeah, TypeScript just lets you see the type errors without you having to run the code. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. This is all of the key information. I'm happy to even change the look and feel of it. It's coming over HTTP as well, because obviously it's just in S3. I mean, I don't know why, but it's just choosing, like, I have not configured SSH on that HTTPS on that bucket, I don't think. So I don't know. That's not really much of a... These are just silly stats, I think. Yeah, it does. I've just never really done much in the way of... I've never used modern day JavaScript tooling at all. It's always frustrated me trying to get it to it. Why is that 0 ISK? Interesting. Dude, the database is probably already out of date. And this is what I've had to essentially convert it from. Because they do like their spreadsheets. Try Astro. Great for front plus backends. Yeah, it's just another framework. It's just another thing to learn, and I always find that they never... Oh, it's being updated. Okay. 2025, perimeter count, wave 2 from 5 to 3 minute patrol, reducing payout to 10 mil, thanks. Yeah, okay. I need this data as, especially all of this data as well. This is all like gas and ore. Like what's the best, like see if you can get C550. Cool. Missile data. Converting all of this to JSON is just a nightmare. Especially when it's completely locked down and you can't do anything with it. Like, you can't do anything with the data, right? I don't even think I can make a copy of it. God damn. What does that do? Why have you got that there? What's... Is that the EHP? What's for? What the hell? I guess there's just no way of grabbing a copy of it, right? Really? 12 mil? No. What we're looking at, C4s. These have got a little bit better recently. So, yeah. I wonder if I can get that data from... I wonder if Fuzzworks have it. I like how you added the resulting HTML as comments, but I hate that there's HTML. Yeah, I know, I know. That's the tough thing about JavaScript, is when you want to actually produce HTML and you actually want to edit the DOM. And I know that there are tools and libraries for doing that, but I find them even more complicated than just doing it directly. Map maker, what does that do? Okay. Put them on XY, create my map. Okay. But you never did it. Fuzzy Steve, alright, let's see what Fuzzy Steve's got going in his repository list here. God, I hate GitHub's UI. It's just the fucking worst. Like, I get the overview, I guess, but GitLab's just like, here are your repositories. That's what I'm here to do. Here's manage your repositories for you. Here they are. Whereas GitHub just seems to be obsessed with the idea of the socializing aspect of it. You could put them in the HTML file directly as templates. Okay, and then copy the DOM and then copy them. So like they're hidden and then you make copies of them. So you extract them from the DOM and make a copy. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay. What's he got in here? Just all kinds of random crap. There's no way I'm going to be able to make sense of all of that. Other tools, we got GitHub stuff. Yeah, okay. Eve mail. Okay. Ship display. Ship unlocks. What does that do? Show me this tool. Template. Oh, I see what you mean. Let template equal document get a custom paragraph. Content.append child. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. How would you then parameterize it? So you've got my paragraph. Could you parameterize my paragraph? Okay. What do you mean? Does a skill unlock? Okay. Yeah, so if I click on mercenary man, what do you get me? Nothing unlocked. Oh, okay. Okay. What other tools have we got? Things, initiative. Right, okay. Oh, okay. Things is a place where gather vote for things which you'd like to see changed in Eve. Oh, this guy must be a member of the CSM. He must be on the CSM maybe. The same way you do, but selecting and replacing. Okay. Information data, ammo types, map data, route planner, sector tags, implant set prices, set unlocks, ship skill, ship display, JavaScript. Okay. Let's go to this is good, by the way. So now this is Sins of New Eden. It's a patch over the top of it's in here. It's a patch over the top of Sins of what's it called? Sins of Solar Empire, of a Solar Empire. It's a pretty old, much older game, but it's like a 2 gig mod that goes over the top and makes it look like Eve. All of the ships, all of the space stations, even the skybox, everything. Which I thought was pretty cool, baby. Let's have a look at this one. Oh no, cancel. That's bad. There we go, the old crash. This is why I didn't used to use Python on Linux, because it crashes a lot. And it hasn't crashed for a while, and now all of a sudden it crashes. Very nice. Very good. Don't test your software, whatever you do. It's written in Python, for Christ's sake. Yeah, okay, just give me this. Just copy it. Go. I just need a copy. I don't care whether. What does this do? Okay, so it can produce a really bad graphic that doesn't work. Okay, cool. Nice. Must be playing around with that. Get rid of that. What's this? This is the data one? Okay. I was hoping you'd have information on sites. For Christ's sake. I've got to find a way of getting that JSON file sorted, man. I might even make it a client. I might even make it a server-side thing. But pulling all this out, good God. What if I could pay someone to do it? I did use AI actually. I used AI as well, but for some reason, that's the wrong window. I'm not sure how I was able to copy last time. I remember being able to copy last time, but I don't appear to be able to do so now. Eve wormhole PV wrap information. Wave information. There's another one as well. PV spreadsheet. That was 9 years ago. Nice. Okay, maybe Kismet has done it actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's the Ricky's guide there. So it's probably the same spreadsheet again. Yeah. Okay. How do I? Oh man. How to find good sites, TLDR fit. This is quite good actually. Stick on top of that. Is this the Ricky's Guide one again? Yeah, that's very old I think. That looks really, really old. Yeah, 2020. But see the way you can copy from this one? Oh, so essentially, EVE Online. You go into wormholes, and you have different classes of wormhole, and they have sites that spawn in there, and the sites have what we call rats, basically NPCs. And wave 1, when you join, these two NPCs will be inside of here. Here's how much effective hit points they have, the range that they operate at. This one can shoot you from 101 kilometers away. They alpha you for 518 hit points, and they do a sustained 76. They can travel that fast. They're generally that far away from you when you get on site, so on and so forth, right? They can do 1200 meters per second. yada yada yada. What the job, the garbage script that you were just looking at that I wrote, effectively I took all of this and I converted it to JSON, so that when you're inside of a system, you can get the signatures from the scan field. You can copy paste them in, and you effectively end up with oh, I've closed it down. God damn it. You can effectively then get this. So that's what it would look like in game, in the window. So you copy it in game. You just control A, control C, control V into here, and it's using that JSON file to go, okay, cool. So the total value in the system is 600 million ISK. If you go and do the best payout is the core Garrison C5. This is a mixed bag. You wouldn't get C3, C4. Mixed bag, that'd all be C5 or C3 or C4. But if you go and do the core Garrison, then there's a possibility of making about 253 million ISK from that site. The first wave has the same information as the spreadsheet. This one is the trigger, so there's 5 of them. They have a web, so they web you, so you don't want that. Ideally, the scram's the worst one, so you would get rid of this person straight away because he's web and scramming you. So you get rid of those 5. Then you'd maybe get rid of 4 of those to reduce your DPS down. Then you'd get rid of these sentry towers, or you might even get rid of the sentry towers first because they alpha for quite a lot. And then you'd get rid of that. And as soon as you get rid of the last one of those, this wave then spawns in the site. So what I need is a better way of presenting and using this information. I also get the data from the Ricky's guide, which we were just looking at, but I now can no longer copy paste from here. And that's just going to be obviously crazy. Nice. That's mad. That I can't even... What? Why have you gone? Okay, whatever. So yeah. Yeah, exit the page, it's fine. So now I can't copy paste from it. What I was doing was effectively giving ChatGPT this list, giving it the format that I wanted, and it was doing a fairly good job of giving me a fairly accurate representation, but clearly they've disabled this copy paste. So I'm trying to work out how can I get the JSON and how can I better present the tool itself. What would be better? What would be a better option? Is there a better option? I do use Wonderer. If you remember, we set that up last time. So I do use Wonderer for mapping things out. It keeps deleting the 2 systems I had here. That's pissing me off. So there's obviously a bug there. But see the signatures down here that I've copied, but when I went to that system, I've copy pasted them in here. There's a combat site, a Serpentis Forensic Forsaken Hub. I want a JSON based database of all of that, of what you can earn from that. And the only other site I can go to, like, so I can double click it, I get this, I can come in, I can go Eve Uni, and then I can go here, and then it might tell me at the bottom. No idea. We have no idea how much money you can make from that. So then the only other way of doing it then is going, okay, so can we look at the class of it and the rating and just work out an average? So I could simplify it right down and go, what is the average earnings across the board for one of those? So I could go Eve, average earning, and then, oh, okay. I mean, ChatGPT might even be able to tell me. And as long as it's fairly accurate, then it's still a good enough, it's still a useful tool, because if I'm in a wormhole, I can go copy paste, and then I can use the information from the tool to determine whether or not I should continue to test the wormhole for safety, and then bring in a ratting ship to then do the risky business of trying to farm the rats inside of there. Same with gas as well. If I go into a wormhole, I scan down a gas, scan down the signatures, there are some gas anomalies in there, scan them down, and I go, cool, I don't know what that looks like. What can that site contain? Copy pasting into a tool that just like can flash and be like, oh, that's potentially, you know, you've got like maybe 80-90 mil of gas right there. I can go back out the hole, come back in with a prospect, and then I can grab the gas, and then I can make money off of it. That's what I'm trying to do. But I need a sort of overarching way of sort of going, what is the average? How do you work out what it actually costs? PV sites list spreadsheet. I don't know. Just give me data, man. That's the PV. I've got income levels, payout tables for missions, careers, spreadsheets, third-party tools. This matters. Mission wormhole side mining. The person is also not sharing it. Reason that most likely sharing symbol will change it. Also is deprived. Delete their skills, travel time. Tips, EVE Online, S per hour estimates, and then what's this one here? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, it's an enormous JPEG. Let's have a look. They love their huge JPEGs. What is this? PVE. Okay, ratting. Yeah. What's this for? Belt ratting. Is it you telling? Calamities and random systems. Okay. Difficulty. Oh, okay. It's required. I see. Yeah. Hacking, relics, scanning gas, DD combat, hidden combat with bounties and potential rare loot. Risk required, low, null incursions, quite high risk, difficulty. Yeah, okay. That's nice. Okay. 50 to 60 mil per hour missions, planetary interactions. Yeah. Exploration, right, that's just what you can earn within the different things. So that is the thing I'm looking for now. Now, don't get me wrong. Ships equipment, drones. I remember there being a database. This guy like dumped a ton of stuff. And it was just raw data. And I wonder whether or not I can just work that out myself. The only other option really is to just go with the high level. The wave information's really good, but maybe I just need the trigger information. Maybe I just need this top level information in the JSON along with the trigger and then this potential blue loot earning up here. And then the name. Because then I could go through it manually because it's not like it's enormous. If I ignore all of the waves, all the wave information, and I keep it simpler at the higher level, I think that would be a way of simplifying it down and actually making it more manageable. Could put it into my own spreadsheet then. Can you is it possible to in Google Docs, is it possible to in a spreadsheet, can you export to JSON? Download, comma separated, tab separated. Guess it doesn't make sense to go to JSON, it just has to be comma separated. If I did a spreadsheet then that's not heavily formatted in this way, And there's tools for converting. Yeah. I guess if you had the right keys, the right headers, the right keys, it would be easy enough to get the row, get the key out, populate the key in a hash, and then go from there. Okay. Where is? Are you minimized, my little friend? There you are. What's going on here? Zoomed into the max, yo. Zoomed into the max. There he is. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do it that way, aren't I? Oh, yeah, okay. Where's that window just gone? There's my Plex spreadsheet over here. Let's do new spreadsheet, and then we'll do. Wait, come on. High level PV site information. The gas stuff would all be nice, but I don't really need. So that's the class of the wormhole. I don't really need. Class of the wormhole. Site. Waves. I could have like wave count. And I could go. Waves. How would I? Because the trigger changes per wave. So I guess you could have the site and then you could have the wave number. Like the wave, right? Wave. And then the site. And then, so the class, then the site, and then the wave. And then the trigger. And then if you just did blue loot. If I just did blue loot. It doesn't really matter if it's just the same value going all the way down. You can just, I know that's going to be the same value going all the way down. So then I can go class 1, and then I can go forgotten perimeter, coronation. Yeah. It really pisses me off that I can't copy from here. It's so annoying. Is there any way of doing that? Google Docs download sheet. Is it like, have they locked it down somehow? Why did I copy paste that? I'm stupid. Okay, docs, click plus. There must be a way of grabbing that spreadsheet. Download Google Doc by ID. Okay. This URL as an export URL that I can download. Okay. Apparently, ChatGPT. Right, ChatGPT is the answer. Edit this URL so I can download a file. Okay. You kidding me? Seriously? Let's just pop it there. Ha! Ha! Right, well, don't know how big it's going to be. It might just be the first page as well. But that's pretty good. That's a good start anyway. Ha! Suck it. Suck it. Okay, trigger, wave 1. You're the trigger on wave 1. Okay, and then the blue loop for the whole site. Is that the guy's never heard of a custom currency before? Dumb. 12.8 million, I guess. Okay. Also, I hate the way it does that with various sort of like just keep it all consistent. So I can do that, and then so I can do 1, yeah, and go true, and then I can find what the. Also, you wouldn't want that to actually be. You just want that to be text, right? Plain text. Yeah, cool. Stop. Huh? Thanks. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna have to do, and then I'm gonna have to write code to then pull that out. Is my life hard? See what I have to put up with? These are the things I have to put up with. Wave 1, wave 2. What if I include? Insert column to the right. Total waves. 3. Okay. Does that make sense? Because I don't care specifically about what's in the third. Like, all of this information would be nice. Because it's just data, right? It's just data, right, at the end of the day. But do I necessarily care about it in reality? Or can I forego it to effectively be a quick tool? HexTV when WoW modding. Probably next week. I'll get back to the Azeroth core stuff. I need to do the we got quite far with the Python using MySQL, SQL Alchemy to give us an ORM object that we can use for manipulating tables. But yeah, I do need to get back to that. It did work. I was actually able to create objects really quickly. Effectively create an SDK, and all I need to do now is create functions around those objects in order to create a software development kit that you can just sort of say create quests, and then it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you, and then you get a quest object back that you can then pass to another function to like set to, you know, repeating or blah blah blah, or create NPC with these models and yada yada yada. But next week is when we'll get back to that. Right now, this is what's on my mind. Okay. Wave 1, 2, 3. Wave 1, 2, 3. Okay. Class 1. Class 1. Class 1. Wave 1. Wave 2. 3. 3. What's the trigger? Trigger 1 is you. Awaken Patroller. The reason they're the same, or rather the name's at least the same, is because of the nature of rats in. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna keep going with that. But yeah, the WoW stuff I need to get back to. I've got a good chunky set of notes on that. Where are we? Where are we? YouTube, streams, WoW, series. I want to do hunting quests. I want to do hunting daily quests. I want to do epic quest. I want to do a big quest all the way through. I want to add a 3D model of a Jack Russell in the game. Secret chicken quest. Let's go to, where are we? Better leveling zones. That's the first one actually. Is creating better leveling zones, which requires the SDK around manipulating quests and NPCs, etc. So that in the, at least sort of like for the starting zones, we can have a main story quest where we go through, and the player can only go through a few zones, and they can actually level to, I think 60. I think is what it's probably get people at, and then I think after that they've got 20 levels to sort of freely explore the world and do what they want and level however they want. I think that will be a good system. But yeah, no, it is definitely something I want to get back to. I just need to create the SDK, and then what will be interesting is getting the SDK integrated into ChatGPT, creating an agent for it, allowing me to then be like, hey, give me a quest that does this, and then hopefully it doesn't hallucinate and it knows the code well enough. And if I can go, I wonder if you can give ChatGPT a GitHub repository and then it just sort of works it out. And it can read the code. I would hope so, right? Because it's Microsoft. Ooh. Wow. My brother and his sister have pulled their kitchen to bits. Wow, that's a kitchen. That's a serious lack of kitchen. Very nice. But yeah, no, I do need to get back to it, and I need to so the ORM objects were in place. Then I need to write wrapper functions around it, and then I need to see if ChatGPT can help me create the main story quest lines to go through. It will be fairly easy to add ORM objects for pretty much every table object. That'll be simple enough to do. That'll be pretty simple to do. So we can do, we can do things like this. We can do this at the moment, I believe. Build a model test, high-level abstractions. Is this the one I'm working on at the moment? Main database connection. Create item fetch quest. Doesn't do anything. Which one were we working on last? Auto mapping example. Yes, that's the auto mapping example. That basically just gives you access to the SQL Alchemy. The SQL Alchemy object, essentially. Provided you know your NPC IDs and stuff like that, you'd be fine to go. But also, Azure Core, Daisy, Azure Core. Where did I do that? Azure Core.db, Azure Core DB here. Quest template add-on, quest request items, quest offer reward. You might recognize those and these as well as being tables. So base.classes.creature underscore quest ender, quest starter, quest template, creature template, sorry, quest starter, quest ender. They are table names, and it basically automatically gives us a mapping to it that we can then use. We get a session and we can automatically then easily just go, okay, cool. I need a get creature template. Oh yeah, okay, that's me playing around. I can go get creature template here. It goes off and it goes pulls it all through, returns one back to me, and then using that I can do the you can populate the quest log items. I've got a lot of constants. Probably not even half the game. Probably not even a tenth of the game. But I've got a lot of the item IDs as constants, and then you can create them and you can add them all in. Session add all the modifications. So this is a quest template add-on. That should be a bit more. That should be like that. And then you can see they're adding special flags like repeatable. But of course that can be a flag, right? You can have a function that allows you to define a template and set it on a flag that has like repeatable, and it just takes care of that for you. So that's where it's at essentially. That's where we're at with that. But yeah, that was asked on the chat, but because there's no timestamp. There we go. Thank you for timestamps that was asked. Well, fairly recently, so maybe Hex TV is still watching and actually managed to see that. Why wouldn't you show me timestamps by? Oh, I see. Oh, right, okay. Right. You gotta enable them by default. You gotta enable them, they're not on by default. Lovely. But yeah, that's where we're at. So there you go. Alright, thank you very much. I'm gonna end it there. I'm pretty tired. It was fun, as usual. I like seeing you guys. Good. I hope you're well. I hope it's raining on you, Lord. I hope it's raining. Really hard. And snowing. You'll see me next week, bro. I'll be here. I'll be here waiting for you. I'll be here.